Are these actions war crimes? Yeah, I believe that they are. I believe that there is substantial evidence that the extreme right-wing Israeli government, led by Netanyahu, has used starvation as a weapon of war and has clearly targeted civilians and civilian infrastructure. As I think we all agree, I certainly do, Israel had the right to defend itself against the Hamas terrorist attack of October 7th. But it did not, and this is where we get into the issue of war crimes. Yes, you have the right to defend yourselves. Yes, Israel has the right to go after Hamas. Very few people doubt that. But Netanyahu and his government do not have the right to wage an all-out war against the children, against the women, against the innocent people of Gaza. And for that, there must be consequences. What the ICC has done is important not only for the global community in the sense that we cannot allow the human race to descend to barbarity. Somebody has got to say, look, war is terrible, So Israel had a right to defend itself against a terrible enemy in Hamas, but it does not have the right to wage an all-out war against the people of Gaza. Now, what the ICC is doing is important for the world. It's to tell leaders all over the world, dictators, people in democratic countries, that if you go to war, you just cannot wage all-out war against civilians. That's what the ICC is doing. That's important. But it is also important, Mr. President, for those of us in the United States. Our nation claims to be the leader of the free world. And at our best, we try to mobilize countries to uphold international law and prevent crimes against humanity. That is what we do and have done. But, Mr. President, how will the United States be able to criticize any country in the world, whether it is Russia, China, Saudi Arabia, or anyone else, any other country in the world, if we pretend that what is happening in Gaza, if we actually believe what Netanyahu is saying? If we turn our backs and ignore the crimes against humanity that are being committed in Gaza right now, what credibility will we ever have in criticizing the actions of any country, no matter how terrible those actions may be? Because people will say, oh, really? You're attacking China or Turkey or anybody else? Really? You're really deeply concerned? But apparently, for Netanyahu, it's okay. We don't believe you. And I don't want to see this great country of ours be in that position. I want to see this country respected all over the world as a country that does believe in human rights, that does believe in international law. So the ICC, as I see it, is trying to uphold international law and minimum standards of decency. Our government should do no less. I yield the floor.